Hello everyone and welcome to a special mod you must know. Earlier today I posted my 50th mod spotlight, which I think is a pretty notable milestone, and I wanted to do something a bit different to celebrate that. So I decided to make a mod you must know where I do a top 10 of my favorite mod spotlights I did from the first 50. So how this will work is that I'm only going to use mods that still exist, like they're active in 1.7 and probably will be updating to 1.8 as well if they haven't already. And I will be doing an actual top 10 list showing clips from the mod spotlights with the links to all the spotlights in the description. So if you want to see more about the mod and the mod forum posts and whatnot, that will be in the description. So yeah. Anyway, to start it off, my number 10 mod spotlight is actually a tie because I couldn't decide which one of these deserved number 10 because I like both the mods. But the mods are Waypoints and Lootable Bodies. Waypoints is a very cool teleport mod, but in some ways it could be a bit overpowered, but still I really love it, and its new update to 1.7 by a new modder has a lot of really cool features, so I want to include that on this list. Lootable Bodies, on the other hand, is a very nice gravestone style mod that will keep your items on death, or store them on death I should say. And it works very well with a lot of mods, like with Charms of Keeping and mod inventories. The only little problem with that is that there is a death lag, at least in the 1.7 version. And if it wasn't for that, it probably would have beat Waypoints on this list. But still, it's a very good gravestone mod, and I still use it over most other gravestone mods, despite this little lag problem. In the number 9 slot, we have Natural Absorption, which is a pretty interesting mod that adds like a shield to Minecraft sort of thing using the absorption status effect. So how it works is you can choose how you get absorption, how much you start with. If you lose on death, a cap, and a lot of those things. You can gain more through a consumable item and customize its recipe, choose how much absorption each item gives. You also can get it through enchantment and choose how the enchantment stuff works, how much absorption per level, and choose how it regenerates. Usually it won't regenerate while you're in combat, so it kind of works as a buffer going into combat, and it's just a really cool mechanic that I really want to play around more with in the future, and yeah, it's just a really nice mod. For number 8, I picked More Enchants, which is probably my favorite enchantment adding mod in the game. It just adds a nice variety of enchantments with toggles for armor, swords, bows, and tools, and it just has a lot of very interesting enchantments and mechanics to it. I think my favorites have to be Harvest and Cleave. Harvest is kind of like Vein Miner, but you can get it through vanilla by enchanting, which is something I like when mechanics like that are through progression, not just something added directly. And Cleave makes the axe attacks AoE, which is something I really like, because I always like seeing the axe be a more viable weapon, not just a woodcutting tool. And yeah, it's always nice to see some new mechanics like AoE that I don't see a lot of mods add. And there's a lot more enchantments than that. But yeah, that's my number 8 pick. For number 7, there is Crystal Wing, which is probably one of my favorite little mods that I always try and fit into mod packs. But how it works is you can craft this little wing item that when you right click, it will use some of its durability and teleport you to your bed. So it's very nice to get back to your base when traveling, and you can customize how many uses each wing has, and it's just a very cool little item. It doesn't really work in other dimensions, but still, it's just a very nice and handy little item that fits well with a lot of mod packs in my opinion. In the number 6 slot is a more recent mod, Liquipacks, which is pretty much backpacks for liquids. Now this is a concept I haven't really seen before, and you can customize the storage capacity of each tank, and has a lot of really cool features, good mod integration, and also very just nice for vanilla in general. And just better liquid transport compared to carrying around tons of buckets is always nice to see, and it just is nice to see something more like a backpack than just using a bucket and carrying around portable tanks. So I don't know, it's just a mod that I've really liked ever since I found it, and yeah. For number 5, I picked Hopper Ducks. This is another mod that once I first tried it, I just fell in love with it. And it's a pretty simple mod that just adds Hopper Ducks, a basic piping system to go with hoppers, and filtered hoppers. But just these two basic items just add a lot more possibilities to the vanilla hopper system, and it just allows for a lot more things than you usually could do. So it's just a really cool and simple mod, and yeah, I kind of like that and the more vanilla feel of it over a lot of the more techie mods with all their fancy pipes. And yeah, it's just a very cool mod. For number 4, I have Deadly World. This is a pretty interesting mod that allows you to spice up cave generation, and I use it in a lot of mod packs because of that. It can make things very hardcore, or it can make things just a bit different and unique. It allows you to add more spawners to caves, veins of different things like lava, silverfish, water, change the spawners in dungeons, bosses that spawn with world gen, and a lot of other things like that. And it's highly customizable once you get to learn how to do that. And it just is very nice because you can just add, a minor little tweak here to make things more interesting and rewarding, or make things a lot more challenging and difficult. So it's just a very versatile mod, and yeah. For number 3, I have Simple Ores, which is a mod I haven't actually used recently, but it's still one of my favorite mods to add more ores to Minecraft. It just adds a nice variety of ores and a great customization. It has a lot of add-ons to add other ores as well. And if you just want more ores than what Vanilla has, this is probably the best mod you can pick, because you can customize where it generates in the world, like the height values, how much durability and damage the items give, how protective and enchantable the armors are, even the resistance and mining level of the stuff. So it just allows for so much customization to add more tiers of ores, and it just has so many new ores through the plugins and the fusion plugin and the nether rocks, and it just has so much cool stuff and so much customization to allow for so many possibilities, and I love it, and I can't wait to use it again in the future. So yeah, but that is my number 3 pick. Now, this might be a bit of a surprise, but my number 2 pick is actually Useful Pets. I really love this mod because I do like the vanilla pets. They just die kind of easily and are a bit unimpressive, but with this mod you can level up your pets and customize them and make them pretty much immortal, or at least they will always keep 1 health, or are supposed to. So it just adds a lot more variety to pets and what they can do, and makes them actual companions you can take with you when mining or exploring or battling bosses, and not just those things that usually die and get in your way. So I just really like the mod. It recently even got a silverfish pet, and it just has so many cool things about it. And I just love how you can customize how the different skills work, what levels you need to unlock them, and customize the leveling system, what items you need to level, and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just one of those really cool mods that I have always loved to put in mod packs. And yeah, it's just a really fun mod and gives pets a much needed makeover. So, my number 1 favorite mod that I have spotlighted is probably no surprise, but it is Mob Properties. I tried to think if there's another mod that could be number 1, but this was really just the only choice I had. And the reason is, it just allows for so much customization beyond what any other mod can possibly do. It allows you to change how mob drops, even change how mobs spawn, do very complex things like create custom boss mobs even, and the loot chest like it did in Ascension, or the rare drop table like it did in Untamed Chaos. There's just so many things this mod can add, and it's just so versatile that, yeah, I use it all the time in near every mod pack I do. And yeah, it just allows for so many options once you learn how it works, and I still haven't even scratched the surface on what it can really do. I've seen other people do some really amazing things with it, and in the future I can't wait to see what more I can come up with for it. So it's kind of more of an advanced mod. I know my spotlight on it probably wasn't the best, but yeah, it's just a really amazing mod that can do so many cool things once you get to know it, and yeah. And before I end this video, there is a small little announcement I guess I would like to make, and that is I do plan to revisit some of these and other mods I have done before and give revised version of the spotlights, because I know some of them are a bit outdated now or just not up to my current standard of quality. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I've been waiting for 1.8, because I don't want to update mod spotlights too frequently, and I know most mods are going to be updating to 1.8 like Simple Ores, so once the 1.8 releases are out, I do plan to do new spotlights of a lot of these mods, mainly Simple Ores and Father Toast mods. But yeah, I do plan to revisit a lot of my older mod spotlights and just bring it up to the new standard and cover all the new features. So yeah, anyway, this is going to be it for my top 10 favorite mod spotlights that I did. Let me know down in the comments what your personal favorites of my spotlights are, and yeah, until next time, goodbye.